Hey everyone, have I here bring a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be going over the EZA to the LR Baby and the team builds to go ahead and complete the Extreme Z battle. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So, yes, global players, we get the EZA to LR Baby while JP is getting prepared for the 9-year anniversary. And yes, we know they get to enjoy the hype. We get to sit back and wait, but that is the life of a global player. So let's go ahead and grab these Dragon Stones and really get the needed unit if you are going to be running a GT Bosses team, which some of you guys aren't doing that either. But yes, this is a very, very important Extreme Z Awakening for a GT Boss, because that team is horrible without this unit. And as a LR EZA, of course, the stats don't increase, which comes to HP, attack, and defense, but really, really high stats already, 23,000, almost 24,000 HP, 21,000 to attack, and defense 13,000. Now, when you look at the details to the kit here, of course, the leader skill is what you see for 130% LRs, right? It's for artificial life forms, the category here, key +4, and it boosts up to 150. Don't know why they didn't boost up this right here to 120, but it stays at 100. It's key +4, and then for extreme AGL. Then you have the 12 key super attack, greatly raises defense for one turn, which is, you know, highly beneficial, causes a colossal damage to enemy, and then lowers attack. Of course, that's beneficial for Super Battle Road in early stages, but the 18 key super attack is greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, mega colossal damage to enemy, and lowers attack and defense. Now, the passive skill here, this is another unit. If they would have done a couple things differently, it would be even stronger, even though this is a very good EZA, but really any EZA to extreme class unit we're desperately needing. But a couple of changes would have been really, really nice. But I guess, you know, the overall kits works out. So you do get a right away key +6. That's huge. Attack and defense 150%, plus an additional key +6, attack and defense 100%, and a chance of performing a critical hit 40%. However, you do have to fight a Pure Saiyans and Hyper Saiyans category enemy. Now, you know, you are going to have opportunity to do this like against, you know, Red Zone Broly or things of that nature, but ultimately Red Zone is primarily with extreme class villains, and you're not going to see this much here. So until they create some, you know, super class, a lot more, you know, Gokus and Vegetas for Pure Saiyans, Hyper Saiyans, Red Zones, this is not going to be as valuable as it is for you know, other units that don't have this dynamic here, looking for a particular enemy. Now, you are going to get this benefit here by just having HP 40% or more, or more when performing a super attack, right? So right here, plus an additional attack and defense 100%, and a chance of performing critical hits 40%. So you will have 80% if you're fighting a Pure Saiyans and Hyper Saiyans, and this boost here. So that's really strong. So again, this is kind of a second position unit because you want to, you know, get this boost when performing your super attack. So plus additional defense 150% and a high chance of evading enemy's attack when your HP is 40% or less. This is nice here because when you're in really a sticky situation, this additional boost to defense and then that high chance of evading enemy's attack, that's what you're looking for when your HP is low. So I like how that's set up there. And then of course, great turns into a giant ape when conditions are met. I'm not going to cover the giant ape. We know what that is. It did get a little boost when it comes to ki, things of that nature. And once you transform, you're invulnerable anyway. So you transform when your HP is 40% or less. So pretty easy there. Link skills, Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, the most important link here, Bit Back Bosses, GT, Hatred of Saiyans, Shattering Limit, Legendary Power. Categories, it's actually on a lot of categories, so certain situations it's going to be actually a good unit to run. Giant Form, Transformation Boost, Artificial Life Forms, Terrifying Conquerors, Target Goku, Final Trump Card, Revenge, Inhuman Deeds, Giant Ape Power, Space Traveling Warriors, Corroded Body of Mind, GT Bosses, and Battle of Fate. So again, it doesn't seem like it's doing all that much, but overall in a second or third position, it's going to be a solid unit to use. And but if they could have, you know, maybe did away with this and added something different. But if you are going to be fighting a Pure Saiyans, Hyper Saiyans, you're going to wreck shop. So Let's go ahead and move into the team builds, right? The team builds is going to be very important here because what you're looking for, again, LR EZA, you're looking for LRs to use on the Extreme Z battle, and you're going to take less damage when you bring full power units. So the best units to bring are LRs that are super tech and full power. That's going to provide you the ability to get extra damage because of your type advantage. Of course, full power, you're going to take less damage, and you get way more damage when you're using an LR. So the options are actually fairly good. So these are your options for the LRs when it comes to full power. So there is a nice grouping of units that you can run. No, you can't run that Trunks and Broly. That's a JP unit there, but everything else you can run. Maybe I should have just made this bigger so you guys can see it here. So those are the units that you can use there. Now, of course, if you don't have a particular LR in place and you're in trouble to really build a team, you can run a TUR, and there's a lot of TURs to run. However, it's kind of a pain. They're not going to do much damage, but they're not going to take much damage either. So it does open you up, if you don't have these LRs here, to go ahead and build a team. And interestingly enough, if you have a lot of these LRs, you can actually build multiple teams with multiple leaders, right? So the one that you're probably going to run the most, I think most people are going to run this, is going to be LR Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku, since he does lead a 170% full power category and has the ability to boost you up to 200% as well. So you have that unit leading the force. It's not a tech unit, which is fine in this case because the rest of the team that you're going to be bringing are tech units, and you have Piccolo, LROP, you have LR Gobros, you have Carnival Super Saiyan Goku. So you have all these other units that you can run, and of course you can trade off and change these characters because it is full power. So all these LRs can be used in these last two spots, but I think the first four spots are well taken care of with the full power Goku, the LROP, LR Gobros, and then the Carnival Goku. So I think LR LR Friku and then the Eraser Gohan, those could be interchanged. You can put Jiren in, you could put Not Beast Gohan in, you could put some of these other extras on there and you'll be just fine. So but again, this is probably the team that I'll be bringing, and it's fairly easy, especially if you have all the LRs that you're looking for. So you have a couple other options here. If you want to run a double Gobros, you can run that. That is going to be Goku's family, generally speaking, at 170. And if you can bring some siblings bond units on here, you can do that as well. But Goku's family, you can kind of see it covers up with the Gokus and the Gohans. And this team is going to run fairly well as if you want additional tech unit. But if you have this unit here, you might as well just go ahead and run them in the main spot here. But if you didn't have him, maybe you're going to put in AGL Gohan or the Int Gohan on there, and they will do just fine. So the next team you could build is using Not Beast Gohan. So Not Beast Gohan is a superhero and a Hybrid Saiyans category lead, and then have the ability to boost up to 200% as well. LROP boosts up to 200%. All these other units has the opportunity to do so as well, and that team is going to fairly run pretty well. It does have only 2 tech units on there, but ultimately you're going to just be fine. As you can tell, I did not put any strength or STR units on here because they are type disadvantage. Now you can also run a Kamehameha team, and that team is actually very solid on top of that. So you're going to be running 2 AGL EZA Gohans, and you're going to do just fine. Another grouping of teams that you can also run would be looking something like this. You can actually do a powerful comeback team. You can run LROP, you can run Jiren, you can run Racer Gohan. Those 2 units should EZA pretty soon. It would have been nice to have those EZA'd, and this team would probably be one of the better ones to run. And then Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and then the Carnival Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta there are options. You can actually run Omega Shenron on this team if you wanted to, but with Omega Shenron, of course, not having movie bosses, or not movie bosses, GT bosses on the team, he's not going to run very well, but I get with the damage mitigation on here, you should be fine. You could run Legendary Existence and Super Saiyans as well. That team is okay. Probably not going to link as well. I am bringing an Extreme Class unit on this team. So it definitely doesn't link as well as you would want. So I don't know if that's the right call. The other team they could run would be Movie Heroes Join Forces. This could run 4 tech units on here. I probably should have moved this down here, and maybe this is something like this, because you want to put like the tech units, because they're the priority, you know, tech units versus, because you're gonna get that additional type advantage boost. So you want to prioritize those tech units if you have those tech LRs. So this team could work out extremely well, but again, you can run other teams with these units. And the one thing I didn't create would be a LROP team, which you could run an LROP team as well. And you know, I can just easily build one out here as something that you could possibly run. I'll actually bring it up over here. Look at this. I'm just gonna do it on the fly. Remove this. Let's see. Let's build a LROP team, right? So Battle of Wits. Oh boy, now I don't remember who's Battle of Wits. So you have of course the superhero units on here. Is there a reason why I didn't create the Piccolo team? Because you can't really build one, right? Battle of Wits. Let me see, give me 1 second. Well, now I realize why I didn't build that Piccolo team, because you really can't build a Piccolo team on here. So you can, you know, have these units. You have 3 units, but then you're gonna have to bring TURs on here because you don't have enough LRs to go ahead and do so. I just realized Jiren's not a superhero because, I don't know, he's a super class and he's in super, but he wasn't a hero, I guess. So anyway, so you can't really bring a LROP on a team here, so that's a no-go. So just do the ones that I was just talking about. This is probably the team that I'll be running the most of, and then these other options as well. So anyway, I gave it a shot, but you know, live and editing right here in front of you, but I think these teams will work out just fine. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoy this video here, and if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Happy EZAing. Should be fairly easy if you have those LRs, and yeah, thanks for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.